I'm going to mute all of you. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So welcome to TGJ3M and TGJ4M. That's our class's name, Communication Technology. I have muted you right now, so you won't be able to ask any questions until the end, just because sometimes people forget to unmute themselves and it's going to be included in the video, and I want the video to be uninterrupted. Okay. Maybe later on I can unmute you guys if you have any questions. So first of all, you need to be in my Modo group. The group code is 72GARJ. So once you're here, so what this and Modo for us is for is number one for you to message me, and number two to see what we're doing today, and I'll post the work of that day. Um, this website used to be a lot more um, structured, but right now because we're at home, so we won't be able to do some of the classes. So it's best for you to follow at Modo and see which lesson we're doing and which lesson we're skipping. Right? For example, we won't be able to do camera basics or maybe perfect shots because I can't give you a camera. Hopefully by May we'll be able to make up some of these lessons if possible. But assuming that we're staying at home, we won't be able to use a camera. So let's take a look at the course outline. So the course outline is going to be updated on the website in the Word document. So the difference between 3M and 4M, other than really the level of skills needed, is also some of the course content. Okay, so I'll pardon me for the noise. So these are the units. The units actually correspond to the website which is here. Okay, the units. You might notice Unit 6 doesn't exist in the course outline. That's because Unit 6 is not a unit that we're going to go through, but rather knowledge that we're going to use throughout. So in Unit 1, we are going to talk about how to lay things out properly, how to use proper fonts. Okay, these things are learned quite early in your course. Okay, so let's take a look at the course outline. So, communication technology. This course enables students to further develop media knowledge and skills while designing and producing projects in the areas of live, recorded, and graphic communications. Students may work in area of TV, video, movie production, radio and audio production, print and graphic communications, photography, digital imaging, broadcast journalism, interactive new media. Students would also expand the awareness of environmental and societal issues related to communications technology, and will investigate career opportunities, challenges in a rapidly changing technological environment. So some of you say, well, Mr. Yang, I'm only doing this for credit. I'm not really doing design. Well, in the future, when you study business, there's something called marketing, and you need to learn how to market your products, your company, and uh, if you work in a school, for example, like us, oftentimes we have to make posters, okay, to promote certain events. Okay, if you want to market a certain product, you also need to get people to go to the event. So how do you how do you make people go to the event? By promoting it. And but if you just put there's a meeting here at 12:30, okay, um, people don't know what it is, and people are not going to come to your meeting, right? So you need to promote your content, your event to other people, to how to to learn how to be persuasive, how to make other people do what you want them to do, right? So the first unit is presentation software. So we're going to learn about using proper techniques in PowerPoint. Probably most of you have used PowerPoint, but very few of you know how to use PowerPoint properly. Um, and I'll show you. Issues in communication. would be a series of student presentation. So unit 1 you do presentation, unit 2 you also do presentation, but the difference is that unit 2 you choose a topic such as privacy or e-payment or online learning, and in groups of two, you would actually do researches and investigation, and then you present the finding to the rest of the class. And so we won't do all the presentations at once in Unit 2. So what's going to happen is that after Unit 1, we settle down with a number of people in our classes, and we're going to do them on every Friday. So for example, today is Wednesday. So I'm looking at doing the Unit 1 presentation maybe next week or so, next Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. But then for Unit 2, what we're going to do is we're going to actually spend 1 or 2 days on Unit 2 research and good work, collaboration. And then we're going to do them on Fridays. So we're going to do them on May 1st, 8th, 15th, and 22nd, assuming that there's no long weekend and whatnot. And each day we'll have 2 or 3 or 1 to 2 groups to present the topic. And we're going to have some discussion on those. And after the discussion, you can go back to working on your own things. Okay. So what do you mean? What do I mean your own things? Well, photography and photo manipulation software. So we're going to use a tool called GIMP to um, do some cool things like this, for example, desaturation. On Unit 3, this is one of the assignments that the students love, okay? Making pictures like this, okay? Taking out colors and leaving some colors in, okay? Very cool pictures, okay? And by the end of the course, every one of you would be able to do something like this, okay? Very cool. So, and how do you actually make product photos with these, right? To make people focus on the product that you're selling, you're promoting, right? Okay. And let's see here. Let's go back to the document. Unit 4 is going to be web design. But for grade 11, your work is going to be animation production. So you're going to use a website to design a promotional video about 1 minute. Okay, cool. I have a ringtone for people entering our group. Let me just disable that chime. Yes, my fault. Okay, and Unit 5 is going to be graphic design. So graphic design, we're going to use a online software called Canva.com. So and you're going to learn how to do cool things like designing a poster, designing a magazine layout, a brochure, or a pamphlet. Okay, let me show you magazine layout. Okay, so you learn how to do magazine. This is some of all of these are actually done by students, by the way. Okay, that's very cool magazine cover. Okay, that is done by one of my students. Okay, and brochure. Okay, when you go to a museum, when you go to a university, they give you a brochure that will fold in half, fold in thirds. All right, so you can fold like this, and that this is actually pretty good brochure as well. Okay, and also event poster. Remember when you take the subway, you see posters posted everywhere. Posters like this. Okay, yeah, very much candy sale. Some of these are really cool. Done by the students in the past who designed them. See, very much candy sale. So by the end of the course, all of you should be able to do cool things like this with ease. Okay, cool. So that is basically the course. So let me explain further. Okay, and now the course itself has no exam. That means that 70% of your marks, okay, so if you add term work in knowledge, thinking, communication, application, they would add up to be 70%, 70. And your CA, your culminating activity, or also known as your final project, is going to be 30% of your marks. There's no exam. Okay. So that means that I'm the, well, and also all the marks are actually determined subjectively. Okay. So that means that I am going to look at your work and say, you know what, I think this is the level 4 work, and I'll give you 8.5 to 10 out of 10 for that work. Okay. And so that's why you want to make sure that you're caught up with your work. You don't want to be doing half your work on the last 5 days of your class, because you need to be working on your final project, which is worth 30%. So the final project for grade 11 is marketing campaign. So you're going to make posters, and also make to shoot photos for a product or service that you're promoting. For grade 12, you're going to do basically everything you learn. Okay, so how to change photos, how to actually make posters, how to make pamphlet, and put them on a website that you design for that company. Okay, so I'll give you some examples in the future, um, so that you know what you expected to be able to do at the end of the course. Okay, and let's take a look. Yeah, that. So I'll make this document available for you. Okay. Let me open up the chat room in case you have any questions. All right, guys. Do you have any questions? Any questions?
No, I don't.
No?